The most enjoyable part of the golf swing is releasing the club with full force and allowing the club to do the work for you as a tool, the way it was designed to launch the ball into the air, high and flying straight without any effort. That's what we're all out here for, right? If we're honest, nobody wants to go and sit and practice putting all day. It's not that cool, but everybody loves pounding the ball, myself included. So the important part of understanding how to release the golf club is understanding whether or not you're flipping the club or properly releasing it. We got to kind of understand what those two things are, because there's a huge difference and it completely determines what that ball is going to do. I don't care necessarily if you may have the most beautiful position at the top of your backswing. You may look great there, but as you come down at impact and all of a sudden you start scooping, well, the ball's not going to fly the way you want it to. So let's first understand what a proper release is and understand what a release is in general. Now, a lot of people don't really understand the term release, but if you think about it, what does it mean to release something? Well, it means to let go. To physically let go of something is what you do when you release it, right? Now, of course, in the golf swing, we're not going to physically let go of our clubs, although I've seen guys do that. When you release it, you want to imagine that you're throwing the club at the ball and essentially letting go. Now, this is important because with rotary swing, we talk about how the forearms should rotate over in the golf swing, and a lot of people think that's a flip. That is not a flip. There are two common ways you would flip a golf club. Number one is if you push through with your right wrist and cause the left wrist to break down, that is a flip. So now you can see that my left wrist is broken down and the club head's flipping past my hands, and what's happening as we're hitting the ball is it's adding loft to the club face. This is the worst kind of flip. This is the amateur kind of flip. And then the pro flip, if you want to call it that, is when somebody flips their hands over, which is what I just told you to do, but they're forcefully doing it, actively doing it. With rotary swing, this rotation in the forearms is passive. You're not trying to flip your hands over, you're just guiding the club very effortlessly through this hitting area, and the club is actually designed to rotate like this. That's why they put the shaft in the heel. If they didn't want this club face to rotate over, they would put the shaft in the center of the club face like a center shafted putter. So the club, if your hands are soft and your wrists are relaxed, you're going to feel the weight of the toe of the club wants to turn your hands over for you, and that is how you get an extra 8 miles an hour club head speed, is by letting these forearms turn over. So when you're understanding somebody talking about, oh, he's flipping the club or he's releasing it properly, really what we're talking about is a push flip with the right hand, which causes the left wrist to break down. That one's no bueno. Still taking the right hand and trying to flip it over really quick. That's desperate. You're probably got the club face open, you're trying to flip it over. Your hands in a proper release should be passive and relaxed, and the club is going to pull them through for you. So think about it. When I'm saying release the club, I'm saying let go. Give up control. You should feel like the club is pulling you through the hitting area and pulling you into a full release. That is a proper release of the golf club.